Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my Scentsy Melts and Empties. I won't have a non-Scentsy empty for the week because I was really focusing on getting through some of my Scentsy items. So I really don't have anything else. Excuse me. I really don't have any other like non-Scentsy things. So I'm going to start off with the non-wax first. So I didn't have a scent circle in my car. I've been just using like the pods in my car, but I really, not that I was getting tired of the scent I had, but I was kind of just like feeling like it was getting towards the end of its life. So I wanted a little bit of a boost and something springy. So I actually put in the Mad for Melon. That's one of the new releases, so that it's like, I don't know, it's like really fresh. I don't even know if I have a catalog. Oh yeah, I do right here. Let's just read the notes on it. It's super fresh and it's like I just put it in there, so it's really, really strong. It's honeydew melon, freesia, and wild poppy, so like a fruity floral. I am not in love with florals, but I find I'm not as offended by things in the car. So I think I may try some scent circles and some scents I don't think I would totally gravitate towards, and just try them in the scent circle because it's like a cheaper option, and like I said, it's not as intense typically, but rather than committing to a entire bar of wax, you can just try it out that way. So really enjoying the Mad for Melon so far. And then I actually switched out some scent circles for Corey. So he was using the sheer leather. This is what it looks like. It is literally just like a man scent. Yeah, it smells slightly. It says bergamot, hint of leather, and sandalwood. It's really nice. I'll probably repurchase one of those for him at some point. Because he really, really liked that, but I was like, it's really getting to the end of its life. He probably had it in there for maybe 3 weeks to a month-ish, so I was like, I think it's time. And then I let him pick out what he wanted, so he chose aloe water and cucumber, which is aloe water, cucumber peel, pommes franc, and pineapple nectar. I typically keep these on hand just to like send out to people who order through me. But he wanted this one, so I just like put that in his car. He absolutely loved it, and we went out for dinner last night, just a quick bite to eat, and he had it in there. It's phenomenal. It smells just like the like body care and stuff. I've never had it in wax. I will probably soon, but it is so good and it's so fresh. Would 100% recommend. And then I actually just finished up these pods. So these are pods in Winterberry Apple Tea. This is no longer available, which I am heartbroken about. I think the notes are apple tea and honey, something like that. They're so good. Like, I definitely could use these all year round. I feel like the pods were much stronger than the wax, but I really need to retest the wax in my home to see what happens. I'm kind of bummed I didn't buy a backup set of these pods, but I was on my no buy at the time when they like went away. So hopefully it comes back next year because I would definitely use them. If you're unfamiliar, these go in like the Scentsy Go and the wall fan. And so I have the mini wall fan or the mini fan diffuser in my car. So I typically will use like the pods for roughly a month in my car, and then I'll transition them. I have a wall fan plug-in that lights up, and I just mainly use that at night to give some light, and then obviously it gives off a little bit of scent. So once they're done in the car, I typically will pop them in there. And so these are officially done, and I rotated all my pods, and I am sad to see them go, but they're finished. So, but highly would recommend if you can get your hands on them. Okay, so for bars, I have a Bring Back My Bar Quiet Grove. We do currently have in the clearance section a 10-pack of Bring Back My Bars for $40. That's $4 a bar. It's incredible. I cannot honestly believe they did that. but it's a great deal. So if there's scents that you guys want to get your hands on, I highly recommend going right now. The notes on this, I think it's like bergamot and jasmine and sandalwood, maybe. I'm pretty sure bergamot and sandalwood, but don't quote me on that. It's nice. It's very fresh. It's a really, really strong one, actually. Definitely would last multiple days in your warmer. It just wasn't a love of mine, so I didn't keep it in my club. I wouldn't mind having another bar, but it was kind of overpowering to the point where I was like, you know what, one bar and I'll be fine type of situation. I also went through a bar of vanilla oud. This is part of that 10-pack. Some Bring Back My bars may be sold out, so you'll have to double check the website, but regardless, this was in the same set of Bring Back My bars, so it could potentially still be in the clearance section. So I gave this one a lot of crap when it came out in the Bring Back My bars. I was like, it smells like an old man. Basically, the notes are vanilla and oud wood, which at the time I was like, I have no idea what that means. It literally smells like an old man's cologne. I got these back in November, which you can probably see by my little sticker. I don't know if it's just like the developing of my set preferences, or if it's the fact that this has a lot of vanilla and it just like sat for a couple of months. I think back in November I used a cube or two, and so I finished up the bar just recently. It's a little oily. I loved it. I 100% loved it, and I did consider getting some more of it when it was in the clearance section. But I was like, I definitely don't need to buy like 10 bars worth, but do I get a couple bars? But like I used it in my bathroom and it was lovely there. But I was like, I have a lot of other bathroom scents, so like, I don't know. But it'll maybe come back again in another Bring Back My bar. At that point, maybe I'll put it in my club. I don't know. But it's really funny how at the beginning I was really ragging on it, and then actually in the end, I ended up really, really liking it. So that just goes to show you how like your scent preferences change and scents change over time. I think the vanilla really did like cure and come out of it because I let it sit for a couple extra months. So I'm kind of kicking myself that I don't have more of it, but at the same time, I'm like, I have so much else. But I just want to say, like, if you guys are on the fence about this one, I actually recommend trying it out because it's better than I originally thought. So there you have it. And then I did go through some of the new releases. Let me get to that page. I went through some of those and I was kind of focusing on these, and that's why I kind of didn't go through a lot of other wax, just because I wanted to really dedicate this week to getting through as many of the new releases as possible. So let's go through them. The first one I went through was Sand Swept, which I actually completely finished. And then once I finished this bar, I kind of realized like maybe I should keep a couple cubes on hand in case someone wants to like a sample or anything. Because I have had a couple people request samples that I didn't have ready, and I was like, oh crap. So now that I've officially finished this bar, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I didn't finish the rest of them. So for the Sand Swept, the notes are ocean water, sandstone, driftwood, and pink lemon. So this, I don't know what it is in it, but I really do not like it. It's light. It's not like super heavy, but I feel like because there's a note in there, and maybe it's a combination of the notes, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know if it's part of the pink lemon and something else. It really just, it's not like nauseating to me, but it starts to like give me a headache type of scent. And like I said, it's not like overpowering. It's just like, wow, there's really something in here that I'm not a fan of. But I can see how some people might absolutely go gaga over this scent. Like, I feel like it would definitely appeal to some people. I feel like it's a combination of the pink lemon and something else in there that I personally cannot stand. So I'm not so upset that I have completely finished this bar. I do have a scent circle in it because it came in our whiff box, so either I'll have Corey use it or I'll send it with a customer order likely, but I don't imagine that I'll be using it because this one I'm just not a fan of. So the next one I went a couple cubes. I didn't use it all up for the reason I said I wanted to keep a couple for customers, is Coastal Sunset. So this is creamy coconut, sandalwood, and amethyst amber. To me, the coconut is like, I don't know if it's because of the sandalwood, but I feel like the coconut gets completely overshadowed and it's not like a summery coconut at all. And some of you might be thinking coconut's only summery, but personally, I disagree. I feel like there is like summer tropical type of coconut and then non-summer type of coconut, and that's what's in this. And like I said, I feel like the mix of this sandalwood in there really overshadows the coconut in this. So for me, if this was more coconut forward, I would probably actually be a very, very big fan of it. Once again, it's not really strong. I put this in my open concept and it did okay, but I think because I wasn't just like a mega fan, I was like, whatever. My mom actually came over the night it was warming though, and she was like, wow, I really like this. So, I mean, and I don't think she is like as obsessed with coconut as I am. She probably just preferred the more like subtle woodiness, clean type of scent from it. It is in the woods category, so really I shouldn't be shocked. Like, it doesn't claim that it's so fruity or tropical. But I think the sandalwood really, really is the predominant note that I get. But I know some other people did get coconut, which I feel like you can smell slightly. Like, let me just sniff it again. Like, I feel like it's there, definitely. But it's not the coconut I want. And with the sandalwood mixture, I just don't think it's what I want it to be, I guess. So next I went through a couple bars of this, or a couple cubes, sorry, of Make a Splash. So this is Dewy Melon, Green Apple, and Refreshing Turquoise Waters. To me, I really actually like this one. It kind of reminds me of like a kid, like when I was a kid, like being at the pool, like in the summer or something like that. I really get like the fruitiness of like the apple or the melon, but I like I said, like that pool reminiscent, like there's something else in there, which it says is turquoise waters, but of course, what does that smell like? But I feel like you definitely get that like watery, summery pool type of situation. And when it's warming, once again, not necessarily a powerhouse, but it really fills up the room. I think I did this one in my office. I don't feel like it traveled out of my room, like out of my office necessarily, which like I had 4 cubes going, and so for some scents 4 cubes, like that's a lot. I just don't feel like these summery fruity scents like are as strong just because of the fragrance oils in them, like as a fall winter scent, I guess. So for me, this one, I really liked it. I feel like you'd have to kind of be in the, like for me personally, I would have to be in the mood for it just because it is more of like that aquatic type of scent. Yeah, I feel like bakery is the only category that I'm like, if I'm, when in doubt, warm bakery. Otherwise, these more like, I'm not used to spring summer scents. I'm typically like a fall winter type of person all year round. So I feel like some of these are out of my normal wheelhouse. But it actually surprised me. Whereas like these two, I wasn't expecting to like love them. And I didn't actually end up loving them. This one I was like on the fence about, but I ended up really enjoying it, I guess. So I would definitely give this one a shot. If you're like debating between these three, I'd warm this one or buy this one, just personally. Okay, then next I warmed, I only warmed 2 cubes of this just because I didn't want it to be too overpowering and I wasn't sure how long I wanted to like keep it in my warmers. So I only warmed 2. This is Mad for Melon. This is the scent circle I put in my car. I warmed this before I put in the scent circle, so I didn't know how strong it was going to be. The notes again are honeydew melon, freesia, and wild poppy. This is really, really good. Corey said it reminded him of soap. And I mean, maybe like a really fresh type of soap. To me, I see where he's coming with that, and I don't know if it's the floral, but I do definitely get the fruitiness. It is really strong. The 2 cubes I put in my open concept lasted a couple days. At first, when the 2 cubes were going, it was almost overwhelming, but I think that it could have been a little bit of the floral. And then I feel like once our heat and stuff like that turns on, it really gets like the scent around the room. So I feel like I could maybe put like 1 in the kitchen and 1 in the living room and be better, rather than like put 2 right in the living room and then sit on the couch right next to it. I feel like that was part of the like overwhelmingness of it. But by like the second day, it was really, really nice. Like I said, I have it in my car and it's really, really nice. If you're a fruity person, I think you should definitely give this one a shot. I feel like I'm liking these. Like I went kind of in order what I felt like I wasn't gonna like the most to what I did like the most. So that's kind of how I warmed through these. Like the sandstone I didn't really love, the coastal sunset I didn't really love. This one was like, yeah, it was pretty good. This one I actually liked, that type of thing. And the next 2 I feel like I really like. So that's kind of how I warmed through these. So went through a couple cubes of the tangerine creamsicle, and look at the packaging. Can you see that? It has like little popsicles. Isn't that cute? And like little orange slices. So the notes on this are icy tangerine, mango, and vanilla cream swirl. Oh, it's really good. However, it's pretty light. I mean, this is a background scent to me. You can smell it, but I feel like if you had something competing with it, or I only did it in my office, 4 cubes again. If I have this in my open concept, I could see how it could get lost very easily. Or like if you start maybe cooking some dinner, I could see how that would overpower this scent. So it really, to me, smells like what it's named. It smells like a creamsicle type of like orange push pop situation. It's very, very nice though. I would definitely love a scent circle in this. This is potentially a bar I could see myself repurchasing. I would really, really like to test it in my open concept to just see, like, does it perform any differently? Sometimes I feel like I have so many warmers in my office that it kind of scents maybe perform a little bit better in here because I have a lot of warmers in a small space. So not like that's cheating, but kind of, if you get what I'm saying. So I would like to see how this one does. But to me, I could see like you could easily add a bakery to this to really amp up like that part of it, but it's really nice and fruity, literally like an orange push pop creamsicle type of scent. Very true to its name. I really like it. Just a bit light. I could see how it could get lost. And then last, for the new releases that I warmed, a couple cubes of vanilla waves. So the scent notes on this are sea salt, whipped vanilla, and sticky caramel. I like this on cold. I was a bit nervous about that caramel note and how it was going to come out. Like, was it going to be super cloying, that type of thing? I actually have this going in the open concept today, and it's doing really, really well. Once again, it's a light scent. I could see how it could get overpowered or lost. I don't see that this scent would last 2 days. I've only had it on since this morning, and I don't see it lasting 2 days, whereas the tangerine creamsicle lasts all day yesterday and it's still going today, and I feel like it's doing fine. The vanilla waves I don't think is going to be as long lasting. I feel like the notes are really, really well blended together. I don't get one, like the caramel doesn't stand out as like a prominent note. I feel like it's just really, really well done. To me, it's like a vanilla bakery with a spring summer twist to it. Like with that sea salt, it really just makes it like a fresh type of bakery. If you're not typically a bakery fan, I think you should give this one a shot. And if you are a bakery fan, I of course think you should give this one a shot, but it's definitely a different take on bakery. To me, it's like a fresh bakery, which is really interesting because you don't really think of those two going together typically. I think this one would be a very, very nice mixer with about any scent in the spring summer catalog, just because it has that freshness and the bakery. I feel like it's very universal, and this is not a heavy bakery, so it's not like sugar cookie or apple butter frosting that's like pretty heavy. Sometimes even vanilla bean buttercream, if you're mixing it with another scent, it could maybe be a little heavy. To me, this one's just like really light, airy. It's nice because it is in the background somewhat, but you can still smell it. So I'm actually a really big fan of this one. I will be trying it in some other areas of the house to see how it does as well. So sorry that got kind of long, but I really wanted to explain the newer scents that I had tried and just let you guys know my opinions on them. I will likely be back next week with 2 sets of Empties videos, one Scentsy and one non-Scentsy. But that's all I have for today. Let me know if you guys have tried any of the new scents or what you guys are finishing up from Scentsy. But that's all I have. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.